Alright, good morning y'all. It's 5:44 and 44.4 degrees. I didn't give you my wake up video because there's still 5 people or so sleeping in and around the shelter pavilion, I guess. Man, last night it got wet. It got wet. It rained a lot and it was windy. It was just a good old-fashioned storm. In anticipation of the storm, I kind of fortified my sleeping situation. I made a little fort out of my Z-Packs Dyneema ground cover, some chains to kind of anchor that down that were in the pavilion. Looks like it's a bit of a construction site. So I weighed down the Dyneema with some chains as like a roof, and then I opened up my poncho all the way and made a little wall. And then yeah, put down some 2x4s that were in the pavilion, and then pitched up my bunk all on top of the 2x4s, so that any water that was blowing in wouldn't wick up through my sleeping bag and get my sleeping bag totally soaked. Yeah, and that fort works pretty well. I think at some point, I know at some point there must have been like, I also used my umbrella to close up a little hole, but at some point a wind must have kicked up and ripped my umbrella off and blown it off into the woods, and then and then the chain that was holding down the ground cover slipped off, so the ground cover opened up, so basically my roof went away and I was getting wet. There's no choice there. You just got to get out of your bed and start repairing stuff. So that's what we did. Went out, found the umbrella. Decided after that I was going to weigh down the handle of the umbrella underneath with a little like with my my little ditty bag full of kind of heavy stuff that I carry around, like my external battery and stuff like that. So once I repaired it though, I went back to sleep and slept pretty good for the rest of the night. Put in my earplugs because the storm was blowing a freaking gale. I think it might still be, I think it's still just misting just ever so lightly. And it's supposed to rain today and tomorrow and the next day as well, so we're just gonna have a few wet days, but that's fine. I mean, the creeks need them, that's for sure. Oh, look at one happy slug. Yeah, there's nature even at a baseball park, a Franciscan baseball park. So anyways, I'm gonna get back in there and cook some breakfast as quietly as I can, so as not to disturb the others. I only halfway packed up. I didn't want to make a bunch of noise, but I'll check back when I'm leaving, and then we'll have a wet day together. Good morning, folks. Good morning again. It's 10 till 7, 44.6 degrees, and I'm just leaving. Yeah, I think I caught you up on how the night went. Morning went pretty well too. Blueberry, Sugar Man, and the Sutton family all cut out before me, and the 4 other folks are still sleeping. So 2 in the shelter and 2 in their tent. Yeah, boy, that was definitely an exciting night. That was definitely what I call a merit badge night. Just big weather, man, big weather. But again, we needed it, so I'm not complaining. And luckily I was able to stay mostly dry. So we'll see how long that persists for. Really cool to meet the Suttons. That's pretty neat, kind of YouTube sensations. Mom and Dad and a 5-year-old little man. I'm trying to do the whole trail, so shoot, they made it 1,400 miles in. What's to stop them at this point, really? And they got an anniversary coming up in like just about a week, I think they said, so that's pretty neat too. Good for them. I got on trail the day after my anniversary, so that's already in the bag, boy, it's done. Yeah, today, I got this 0.4 mile spur to get back to the AT off of Franciscan Way. Definitely appreciate the hospitality here. We didn't run into anyone who runs the place or anything like that, but really pretty great of them to offer that to hikers. So, especially in weather like we had last night, it's just really great. Yeah, and then today, so I got that 0.4 to get back to the trail, and then I don't really know. I mean, I kind of like to do 24 today. There's a deli at 24 miles that lets you post your tent pitch up your tent in the back, and they have an outlet and a water spigot and obviously deli stuff. So all of that sounds pretty good, but I'm really going to kind of play it by ear. If I go shorter than that, I'm fine with that. I don't think I'm going to go longer than that. New York has just been a real curveball with respect to like the terrain. I just wasn't really expecting it, but like I just feel like every day I'm going slower than I want to go. Just because it's just kind of I don't know about challenging, it's just time intensive. You know, so whatever. If I can go to 24, great. If I go shorter, great. Kind of depends on the weather, terrain, and how I'm feeling, honestly. So we'll see how we go. But I will get back on trail and off of this paved business. And I'll check in with you all later. Hey folks, it is 1:58 and my watch says it's 47.8 degrees, but my watch is also kind of about halfway under my poncho, so probably a few degrees just cooler than that, maybe 44 or something, who knows. Not uncomfortable though. I mean, good day for hiking, that's for sure. I'm wet, but you know, I'm happy. Yeah, the rain's been, it was raining, well, it wasn't raining when I left camp, and then it picked up and it rained pretty darn heavy there. I mean, definitely pretty darn heavy. It was kind of like back and forth between basically just an all-out torrential downpour and then sometimes just like a more sort of stable, sustained rain. But the rain pretty much stopped probably about an hour ago. I think it's still sort of like there's still wind that's blowing rain off of trees, and there's every now and then there's still like some mist or vapor or something that's coming through, and I think the rain's gonna pick back up, but whatever. Anyways, I'm 17 miles into the day, and I have just about seven and a quarter miles to get to where I'm going, with 2 more decent climbs in the mix. Yeah, it's definitely been a decent day. Been happy today. Just kind of like just put on some podcasts afternoon, which is my general sort of MO. Morning is for like thinking and thought and reflection and stuff, and then afternoon is like kind of like brain off and just listen to podcasts, which has worked for me so far. You know, something I didn't mention this morning that I'm really excited about is that it's day 100, man. It's day 100. That's crazy. That's wild. I can't believe I'm into triple digit days on the trail now. Pretty excited about that. I'm curious, I mean, I'm curious to know more about like you guys. Like, drop a comment. I'm really curious to hear, like, when did you start watching? Do you watch every day? Do you watch in the morning or the afternoon? Do you have any favorite episodes or moments or anything like that? Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how or when I'm going to be able to respond to them all necessarily, but as always, I'm always reading the comments, and I always appreciate the heck out of them. And with it being episode 100, that seems like such a cool sort of milestone. So I'd definitely be curious to hear anyone and everyone who's watching this. Please drop a comment. Tell me who you are, if I know you in real life, or if I work with you, if you're, you know, family, or you know, friends or whatever, or just internet strangers and strangers no more. Let me know, and let me know what you think about these episodes, because it's been 100 days. Hopefully it should be less than 100 before I finish, but I'm always kind of curious what it is that you guys are enjoying or not enjoying, or like or don't like. I know yesterday's episode was definitely pretty long, a lot of talking, and I don't want this one to be that way as well, because that seemed really long. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up my afternoon check-in. But yeah, man, day 100. If you got like 2 minutes, drop a comment. Let me know something. Talk to me, guys. Talk to me. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to hiking, and I'll check in with y'all a little bit later. So talk to you then. Hey y'all, it's 5:32 and I just made it to Mountaintop Market and Danny's Pizzeria. It's gonna be my destination for the day. This is what I was hoping to hit. It is off of mile 1437, so that was just about a 24.5 mile day. Seems a pretty unconventional spot to finish the day. It is a pretty unconventional spot. These businesses let you pitch up a tent in the back, so I got my tent all pitched up, and now I'm gonna go ahead and order some pizza for dinner, probably purchase a beverage at the market, and then I guess the market also does breakfast starting at, I asked them what time they open, they said 5 or 6, so I guess I'll get breakfast at 5 or 6, hopefully. But yeah, today, man, what a great day. 100 miles, or 100 days. That's pretty great. That's pretty great. So, yeah, I mean, I asked y'all earlier, anyone who's watching these videos, has been watching the videos, first of all, thanks so much for your interest and support and comments already. But definitely, if you have a minute, just take a minute, man. I'm really curious to hear from everyone. Why are you watching these videos? You just like nature and stuff? Do you know me? You thinking about getting on the AT yourself? Do you hike? What's you know, how'd you find your way over to these videos, and what are you enjoying about them? So yeah, let me know. I mean, I'm really curious. Favorite episodes, favorite moments, how you wound up here, all that. So let me know. 100 episodes, man, can't believe it. But anyways, today was a good day. I'm not sure if I'll I don't think I'm gonna check in again, because I'm still back a day and editing, so I think I'm gonna try and catch up tonight since it's a little early. I'll get some pizza, I'll get a beverage, and then get to editing, and that sounds like a great little way to spend the evening. I'm not sure what the weather's gonna do. Maybe it'll rain again, maybe it won't. Who the heck knows? We'll see. Not worried about it either way. All right, I'm gonna get some pizza. Thanks so much for watching, guys. 100 episodes, 100 days. How freaking wild. Thanks so much for being along on the journey. I look forward to checking in with y'all tomorrow at breakfast.